Okay, here we go. Whenever you have an equation that has one or more fractions, you're going to want to do one of two things. You're either going to isolate the variable and then remove the coefficient by multiplying by its reciprocal, or you're going to want to remove the fraction at the very beginning, something that we here call fraction busting. Let me show the one where you isolate the variable first. Okay, it works. You deal with fractions, and that's why sometimes people don't like it. So first thing I want to do is decide which variable term is the smaller variable term. Since 7/2 is 3.5, that's bigger than 2. So here's 7/2 x minus 1 equals 2x plus 5. I'm going to remove the smaller variable term. What that means is I'm going to take this 7/2 x and I'm going to subtract 4/2 x from it. I'm hoping that we can all agree that 2x is equal to 4 over 2x. Okay, think of it as 2 over 1 and then multiply the top and bottom by 2 and you get this. Now that you have the same denominator, you can do 7 minus 4 and get 3/2 x minus 1 equals 5. Removing the constant, you got to add 1 to both sides and say that 3/2 x is equal to 6. This is the time where you multiply both sides of the equation by its reciprocal. Reciprocal of 3/2 is 2/3. What that does is it allows you to reduce this 2 with this 2, this 3 with this 3, and you get 1x on the left. This 3 will divide into 6 twice, and you have 2 times 2 giving you an answer of 4. Okay? Now, I'm not going to check my answer just yet. I'm going to show you the other technique. Here, when you have 7/2 x minus 1 equals 2x plus 5, the idea is to look at all the denominator values and come up with your lowest common denominator. In this example, we only have one fraction, so lowest common denominator is 2. So 2 is what you multiply times every single term in the equation. So it's 2 times 7/2 x minus 2 times 1, and it's 2 times 2x, and it's 2 times 5. Making sure you keep the operations the same as you copy them straight down. This allows you to divide the denominator into your fraction buster and get whatever you get. In this case, we get 1 times 7x. This becomes minus 2. This becomes 4x. This becomes plus 10. Lo and behold, no more fractions. When people see the fraction gone, usually the stress level comes down and it's easier to solve. Again, remove the smaller variable term by adding its opposite to both sides, or in this case just subtracting 4x, and you get 3x minus 2 equals 10. Remove the constant by adding its opposite to both sides, showing that 3x is now equal to 12, and then divide both sides by the variable's coefficient. If the variable's coefficient is not an integer, you would multiply by its reciprocal, but we made sure it was an integer earlier. And so then x equals 4. You'll notice that you get the same answer with both techniques. Okay? Now we could check it by putting a 4 here. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. And 14 minus 1 is 13. Putting a 4 here, 4 times 2 is 8. And 8 plus 5 is 13. Since 13 equals 13, the answer checks. And we call it our final answer.